Welcome to Starwatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. When the engines roar and the crowd holds its breath, there's one man who turns the racetrack into his personal stage. Whether the sky opens with rain or shines with golden sunlight, Wang Yibo is unstoppable. And today, in Shanghai, he's about to prove it once again. In the quiet hours of an August morning in Shanghai, the city is only beginning to stir. But at the edge of the vast Shanghai International Circuit, the day has already started for Wang Yibo. The air is crisp, carrying the faint scent of asphalt and engine oil, and the low hum of preparation echoes through the pit lane. There are no flashing lights from photographers, no waves of screaming fans. Only the muted rhythm of a team setting the stage for what will unfold. Wang Yibo moves through it all with a calm intensity, a man entirely focused on the task ahead. He is not here for show. He is here to work, to test himself against the limits of speed, precision, and endurance. There is something magnetic about this moment, the way the early sunlight spills across the track, turning the curves into silver arcs of possibility. Yibo's steps are deliberate, each movement carrying the quiet confidence of someone who has stood under stadium lights, faced roaring crowds, and yet finds his truest challenge here, on a strip of tarmac. His hands trace the lines of the car with the care of an artist studying his masterpiece, checking every detail, listening to the subtle language of machinery. This is not simply routine, it is ritual, a conversation between driver and machine that no outsider could fully understand. What makes this scene compelling is not just the anticipation of speed, but the contrast it holds. In the world of entertainment, where Wang Yibo's fame was first forged, everything is crafted for the public eye. But here, in the early stillness of the circuit, there is no audience, no script, only raw dedication. It is in these unseen hours that the true measure of a competitor is revealed. Every lap he envisions, every corner he plans, is not about proving himself to others but about discovering the next fraction of improvement, the next moment of mastery. As the sun climbs higher, the track begins to shimmer with heat, and the promise of the day's trials hangs in the air. For Wang Yibo, this is not just another training session. It is a step toward a larger battle, one that will unfold in the coming weeks when the world's eyes return to Shanghai. Until then, these mornings are his sanctuary, the place where preparation becomes transformation, and where the pursuit of perfection feels as real as the ground beneath his feet. The memory of the previous day still lingers, etched in both the track and the driver's mind. August 10th had been a test written in water and wind, a sudden downpour turning the Shanghai International Circuit into a slick, glistening challenge. The rain pooled in unpredictable patches, corners became treacherous, and the very air seemed charged with the tension of risk. For most drivers, this would have been the signal to retreat, to trade ambition for safety. But for Wang Yibo, it was an invitation. Rain, to him, is not a barrier. It is a proving ground. Every turn was a negotiation with physics, every acceleration a defiance of the elements. When he went head-to-head with car number 98 in a trial run, it wasn't just a race. It was a duel against uncertainty itself. The cars chased each other through the mist like shadows locked in an unspoken contest. And through it all, Yibo's grip on the wheel never faltered. Now, August 11th arrives with sunlight pouring over the circuit, a day that feels almost forgiving by comparison. The track is dry, the sky is open, and the asphalt stretches ahead like an invitation. Yet there is no easing into comfort here. For Yibo, the absence of rain does not mean the absence of challenge. In some ways, it demands more precision, more discipline, more willingness to push the boundaries of his endurance. He shifts from the explosive reflexes required in the wet to the fine-tuned strategies of dry racing. Each lap a careful balance of speed, control, and mechanical harmony. The roar of the engine is steady, his lines through the corners razor-sharp, as if he is carving not just through space but through the expectations set the day before. What is remarkable is his ability to treat both days, the chaos of the storm and the clarity of the sun, with the same respect. He understands that mastery is not born from a single condition, but from the willingness to face them all. Rain teaches adaptability. Sun teaches refinement. Together, they shape a driver who is not only skilled but unshakable. As the day wears on and the laps stack up, there is no triumphal display, no outward celebration. Only the quiet satisfaction of having met the moment, whatever form it takes, and left nothing undone. This is the heart of resilience. Not merely surviving the conditions, but mastering them until they become part of you. When the final lap of the training session comes to a close, the roar of the engine fades, and the rhythm of the day shifts into something entirely different. Wang Yibo removes his helmet slowly, the imprint of focus still etched across his face. The transformation is subtle but striking. One moment he is the embodiment of speed and precision. The next he is a man reclaiming stillness. In his hands now rests not the steering wheel but a camera, sleek and polished, its weight familiar yet foreign compared to the machinery he commands on the track. Without hesitation, he steps toward the pit lane, his gaze drawn to the very machine that had just carried him at breakneck speed. The photographer in him comes alive, framing the curves of the car, the intricate details of the tires, the play of light across the bodywork. There is an intimacy in the way he moves, as though this act of photography is not separate from racing but another way of understanding it. Each click of the shutter is deliberate, each frame a silent reflection of his relationship with the sport. He captures not just the machine but the memory of how it felt to tame it, to guide it through the sharp bends and sudden bursts of acceleration. Around him, the crew moves with their usual quiet efficiency, checking components, adjusting tools. But Yibo is momentarily in another world, one where motion is paused and meaning is distilled into still images. The unexpected nature of this shift is what makes it compelling. Fans know him as a performer and as a racer, but here he reveals a third dimension: the observer. It's a side that sees beauty in engineering, poetry in speed, and art in discipline. He talks briefly with a mechanic about the angle of a suspension arm, not just in terms of performance but in terms of how the light catches it in a photograph. Later, he shares a quiet moment with a junior crew member, showing them the shot he just took, and the smile that follows is free of competition, purely human. In these small, unscripted moments, the myth of the celebrity racer falls away, leaving someone whose curiosity and creativity run as deep as his drive to win. It's a reminder that true passion is rarely confined to a single form. It spills over, reshaping itself in unexpected ways, and in Yibo's case, it turns the space between the races into a canvas. The bigger goal, building anticipation. This isn't just training. This is preparation for the grand finale of the China GT Championship 2025, happening right here in Shanghai from September 19th to 21st. It's the stage where the finest drivers from across the globe will meet, and where Yibo aims to unleash everything he's been working for. Imagine the roar of the engines, the tension at the starting line, and Yibo, calm, focused, ready to strike. Whether under a blazing sun or a sudden downpour, one thing is certain: he won't back down. Closing, emotional lift. Wang Yibo's journey isn't just about speed. It's about discipline, passion, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. From the rain-slick battles of yesterday to the sunlit sprints of today, he's writing a story that inspires anyone chasing their dreams, no matter the obstacles. If you've been swept up by today's race through determination, skill, and pure heart, hit that subscribe button and join us here on Starwatch now for more stories that race straight to your soul. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned, because the final lap is just around the corner.